How to rebuild safety after betrayal in marriage.
Lack of commitment in marriage. Can you outgrow a soulmate? Rebound relationships, healing or escaping? The value in solitude and growth. Our big fuck up. When kids replace your spouse.
How to rebuild safety after betrayal in marriage.
Welcome to the Morrow Marriage Podcast, guys. And betrayal hurts you, I know. I have about 8 guys right now that are regularly on the call. Man alive, the affair eats a person alive, you know? And the bottom line is, you have to start to really understand it is always going to boil down to safety, okay? We could talk about this from many different angles here today, okay? The first one I'll give is an example of this man who knew way too much about the different ways and types of men his wife is dating, okay?
Currently dating?
Currently dating, okay? So this man was talking, and he starts going on, you know, my whole thing. I'm like, guys, I don't need to know what ingredients are in a pizza. I love that you like pizza. Can we just eat the pizza and fucking move on? He's like telling me everything. And I'm like, whoa, stop. I'm like, how do you know about the man she knows from church, the man from the gym, and the man, like, he knows all. And I'm like,
good one. Having an affair with a man she met at church.
Oh, that's common.
Guys,
good
come
gosh.
on.
I have a guy right now who, well, he's going through this whole thing. I think I got to leave her. She's fucking cheating, blah, blah. Well, the pastor was talking to the wife, and the wife didn't tell the truth about the affair she's having with the worship leader.
Oh my goodness.
And so
gracious.
then he went, for the wrong reasons, he went to tell the pastor and
To tattle
so that she'd get in trouble. Well, obviously she's mad. Why? There's no fucking safety there. You broke not only her trust, but
there's no safety at all in that whole situation.
Well, no, of course not, right? But listen, if you're the one moving it forward, then you're gonna have to fucking be the one moving it forward. You can't take steps backwards, okay? So anyways, this man, he's got this list, and I break it down. I'm like, I break him, I stop him, his train of thought. So I'm like, I don't need to know about if there was another 2, another 5, another 8 different guys that this woman is dating. I just said a stat response. I just said, hey, just smile and look at her and smile and say, I'm not your fucking girlfriend. Now, actually, I said, I'm not your girlfriend. You wouldn't swear in that moment, probably in that case. But like, you're not her girlfriend. Why are you having these conversations? Because you're trying to be the safe one. That's what it is. But that's not creating safety. That's creating...
You're enabling. There's a line between safety and enabling.
Enabling bad behavior will actually always undermine, it will never create, it will undermine safety of the marriage.
Yes.
Right? Because first and foremost, guys, if you're trying to overcome anything, this is anything, not just betrayal, because it's all a sense of betrayal, okay? Not even if there's no affair, okay? When you start to understand that if you don't think about the safety for the whole marriage, right? If you're not watching, I got my hands together, like this is the foundation, okay? The marriage must be the goal. That's why I talked about in the last episode about the integrity of the vows, okay? For identity first, okay? Then we can focus on, especially as the man, you're going to focus on creating a safety for your wife. But listen, if you're the one in, like, you've got lots of women where the men in the program are like, they're the ones that feel unsafe, right? If you're the one repairing, because really, ultimately, guys, let's get real. Everybody needs to be safe. Not just the women. Everybody needs to trust. Everybody needs peace. You know,
it's just more common that women talk about it.
Correct.
But like Cass just said, there's women that are in the women's program whose husbands, the women are the ones that are trying to repair all the damage that they've done over the years, where now their husband is the one that's checked out. He's the one that doesn't trust the reactions. I just had a call yesterday with a lady who... he's going on social media, or what happened was she checked his email because she checks it for like medical stuff. And he's getting emails, they were going into his junk mail, but they're from dating sites. Well, at some point during their marriage, he was on these dating sites. And she said, how do I set a boundary? Actually, she called it an ultimatum. I had to give her, actually, she had already talked to one of my coaches the night before. She's like, please don't redo because I was like, you're going to get a tongue lashing here. Because she needed to be schooled. She's like, please don't do it again. Renee already did it. Renee already did it. But yeah, I said the reason that he's not honest about the things that he's doing is because even though he's doing something bad, he's doing something that's not allowed, you're going to lose your shit. And if you lose your shit when he tells you the truth, he's never going to tell you the truth. So even though he's doing something that's unsafe, it brings in betrayal, your reaction makes it never okay for him to come to you when he made a mistake. So reflect on that. What he's doing is bad, but what you're doing is also bad, and you're compounding the bad, and now there's no connection.
So how do we, I love all that, thank you. How do we really rebuild safety after betrayal? Well, number one, first and foremost, if you're the one who's been betrayed, you're gonna have to accept the words
Excuse me.
You're going to have to accept the efforts that they're making. And it's something that we are quite well known for now, which is if you finally get what you want, then just fucking take it. Okay? Like it's the dumbest shit when you
So if he gets off the dating websites, please accept that. Don't go back into his email and see that he still has because they're automated messages. It could be from a year ago going into his junk mail. He's not on the dating sites anymore. You're getting what you want, and now you're going looking for something to get pissed off at, and now there's no connection.
Especially like a lot of you will also do that with just something simpler. Maybe you're not doing that stupid shit where you go track them or look at their email or their phone or whatever. But maybe you're just doing that stupid shit where you're just bringing it up all the time. If you finally get what you want, then shut the fuck up. That's it. How do you rebuild safety? Well, you have to allow it, right? You can't be this fucking martyr and a victim. Like it just doesn't work that way. Oh, fuck, my life, you ruined everything and you did this and you did that, but yes, I'm still here. I never left, did I? That's essentially what you're doing.
That's what I did.
Doesn't it sound stupid?
Yes, I did that.
Terrible?
I was the queen of that. That's why I teach you guys how to not do that. I think I invented that, actually. That's how good I was at that.
So
that's why we teach it, though. If you get what you want, accept it.
Accept it, please, for the love of God. Also, to rebuild safety after betrayal, you have to actually not do the things or things that are like the thing that you did wrong. Right? That means
can't even be a sniff of it.
No,
so if you cheated, you can't even have one sexy girl on Instagram. Delete them all. I don't care if you are looking at her, get her off your Instagram, block her. Because it's just a sniff of the affair.
Yeah, you go over the top to make your partner feel better. Okay, and by the way, I believe that even if you've never done anything, they just are insecure. I believe that. You just do. Hey, babe, just want to let you know, I'm heading out to so-and-so to meet so-and-so, and they're going to be there. I don't care if she's insecure, he's insecure about it. Just
don't go.
Or don't go, depending on what it is. I was thinking of a client with a work function that he had to go. I was like, just I realized you had an affair, or you didn't. She thinks you did. Just fucking let her know that this colleague is going to be there. Like, how hard could it be, man? Or like Kathryn said, there's lots of ways you can not go to something. I believe that man could have also done that a lot, right? We also like to talk about something that happened. Like if somebody said something or did something, there's a time when, believe it or not, with what we do, people would, and maybe it still happens. I don't know. Maybe it goes to spam. It's better controlled. The DMs you get, people
flirting with us.
Oh my gosh, we're marriage
fishing.
Coaches, biggest in the world, and they're like fishing us. Like what the fuck? Anyway, so
it happened to me recently. Do you remember? I'm sure that this man was trying to get me to badmouth you. I'm sure that, and I was just like, what is your intention here? But anyway, people will.
But then we share it, right? Like,
I'm not going to keep it secret. Like, guess what happened today? Guess the message I got today. We can't talk about every single message that comes in.
Of course.
But the ones that seem a little shady, you tell your partner before your partner. He's never going to find mine, and I'm never going to find his because we're not logged into each other's social media. But a lot of other people are logged into our social media. What if one of our social media guys was like, hey, Cass, I saw this message on Kathryn's whatever, or vice versa. So that's why if something happens, be proactive and be like, by the way, just so you're aware, this happened today. Then you don't look like you're guilty. Because if you hide something, it does make you look guilty.
It does. And also, like if we're thinking with that mentality, it's one of what we would call the rules of marriage, the new marriage, okay? And we're not dealing with the betrayal side of things, at least on that level, okay? Then
on any level to do with like an affair.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't have that. We've had lots of betrayals with each other, just not to do with anything like that.
Correct. So if we are being proactive that way, what do you think would be a number one way to rebuild safety if we're trying to use it to maintain safety? Like ding, 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 ding. Okay? So what you guys want to think about in that perspective is like to rebuild safety, trust, peace, essentially bring the partnership to a new level, okay? You have to realize that most of what you think you shouldn't have to do, well, that's why society's getting divorced. They don't want to do things like that. You feel entitled like you shouldn't have to. The amount of people that we talk to are like, I shouldn't have to. That was the past. I shouldn't have to. I've never done that. I shouldn't have to. That's not what I would classify as an affair. You shouldn't have to be married either because you won't be soon. Okay? Like you can literally do something different and be there for them. Because the next level is much harder. Because the next level of where your partner probably won't accept it because it's not even if they don't want to accept it. When we're like, just if you finally get what you want, just take it. It's not even that sometimes. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes there's things in Kathryn where she has to deal with like her, whether she's triggered from a client, it may be a PTSD thing, like for the way I treated her, like that's not actually her. If we think about her identity, right? That's a part of her that's still traumatized from something that I used to do. Okay, so then I need to be there for her if I want to rebuild safety or build further and go further in the level, right? Kathryn does it with me too. Because believe it or not, I know you might find this crazy, but I'm the one that's gonna feel more hurt and triggered faster. That whole connect and fuck thing, fuck and connect, like because of my mommy and daddy issues, my abandonment issues, doesn't matter how much work that I do and how much I learn about myself and how much better I improve to be, I'm the one that's gonna be sensitive first. I'm the one that's gonna be scared or afraid. Doesn't mean that just because we know who we are doesn't mean we don't get afraid. So that's
old habits die hard.
Correct. If you guys train your whole life to fight, to flight, to freeze, to fawn, to do all your things, and you're trying to deprogram 40, 50, if you're lucky, 25 or 30 years only. Most people don't start till they're 35, 45, 55 even when you join us. Like, that means you're deprogramming all of that history. Talk about identity. Go back to the last episode. Fuck. Okay? So your old habits, like Kathryn said, will die hard, right? That's where Kathryn can build safety with me, right? Just based off of...
If I don't get defensive.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
which is my
yeah,
programming.
yeah.
That's what I'm programmed to do. So you both have to work on whatever your programming is and be there for the other person.
That's right. I think the way that this episode has gone, I think it's really crucial that you may have started to listen or watch this episode of our show for trying to help you get through betrayal. But I want to touch on, we've never dealt with the fair type betrayal in our marriage, but betrayal of things that we discuss or discovered as betrayal, whether that's maybe our vows and who we said we would be, or our marriage and what we said we would do together. The way that we betray ourselves when we treat each other poorly, let's say the defensiveness that Kathryn talked about, the way that I attacked, the way that I blamed. Kathryn has also done some of that, the way that we justify ourselves in our actions.
We call that all betrayal.
We call it all betrayal.
Because it's a breaching connection, every single one of those things.
That's right. Everything that breaches connection and the goals that you have that undermines the man or woman that you say you want to be and the life that you say you want to create, the new marriage, is all betrayal in our eyes. And the faster you get this, the faster you realize there's a reason peace is the first thing I teach in my program. And the peace pillar is divided into taking responsibility, into rebuilding safety and trust. Because without it, we can't move into leading and making decisions, which is the start of the partnership pillar. That's why all of that is first. And you'll never get to passion if you can't do that, because what do we say? Safety unlocks intimacy, right? Each level. Make sense? Do you have anything you want to add, baby?
We must be really safe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this one's hot. Okay, go get your own wife. See ya.
Bye.
Oh! I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if I got you still. Event is like tomorrow night.
I think it's tonight by this time.
Okay, I know, because it'll be Thursday. Event's Friday. So February 13th.
This is the 4th episode for next week. Are we putting out 4 episodes next week? Because we filmed one last week.
Then it just happened, guys. You missed an awesome freaking event. And hopefully we got to know you when you were there. All right, guys.
Bye.
See you next time.